National lead, coronavirus is ravaging the Native American community, especially the Navajo Nation, which has the highest coronavirus infection rate per capita in the entire U.S.
Passed since the first registered death from coronavirus in the UK, and in a usual
tonight, some of the most encouraging news yet in the race for a vaccine. The highly anticipated early results of the first human trial right here in the U.S. The promising new findings
has now claimed more than 76,000 lives here in the U.S.
And so ABC's Steve Osunsami tonight on what comes next and the timeline.
It's the break the whole world has been hoping for. An American company working on a vaccine for the coronavirus says that all 45 of their test patients
The latest developments in the coronavirus pandemic.
Quarantine, state of emergency, shelter in place.
Hello guys, my name is Sophie Roslin. Today I want to talk about coronavirus disease. Coronavirus disease, or we call it COVID-19, is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus.
The coronavirus, which surfaced in a Chinese seafood and poultry market late last year, has spread to at least 177 countries, killing more than 318,000 people and sickening more than 4 million in a matter of months. The World Health Organization had decided the situation a pandemic.
Most people infected with the coronavirus will experience mild to moderate respiratory illness and recover without requiring special treatment. Older people and those with underlying medical problems like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, chronic respiratory disease, and cancer are more likely to develop serious illness. The best way to prevent and slow down transmission is be well informed about the COVID-19 virus, the disease it causes and how it spreads. Protect yourself and others from infection by washing your hands or using an alcohol-based rub frequently and not touching your face. For example, this is the Malaysian way of dealing with COVID-19 epidemic.
On 16 March 2020, Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin made an official speech and officially promulgated the Movement Control Order under the Prevention and Control of Infectious Disease Act 1988 and the Police Act 1967. The order included the following restrictions. Firstly, general prohibition of mass movement and gathering across the country, including religious, sports, social and cultural activities. To enforce this prohibition, all houses of worship and business premises will be closed. Secondly, sanction covering all Malaysians travelling abroad. For those who have just returned from overseas, they will be required to undergo a health check and a 14-day quarantine or self-quarantine. Thirdly, restriction on the entry of all tourists and foreign visitors into the country. Fourth, closure of all kindergarten, government and private school, including daily school, boarding school, international school, Tahfiz center and other primary, secondary and pre-university institutions. Fifthly, closure all of public and private higher education institution IPTS and skill training institute nationwide. And lastly, closure of all government and private premises except those involved in essential services.
At this time, there are no specific vaccine or treatment for the COVID-19. However, there are many ongoing clinical trials evaluating potential treatments. WHO will continue to provide updated information as soon as clinical findings become available. I hope the world will remain united in the war against COVID-19 by always adhering to preventive measures. The war against COVID-19 will be end soon, and I represent the whole community to thank the frontliners for their courage and perseverance in handling this epidemic. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.